Serghei Spivac and Waldo Cortes Acosta. 3 names. In the UFC heavyweight division, 6 feet 4 inches tall, 6 feet 3 inches tall. Pretty similar. Reach is the same. Weight, Serghei is not a guy that cuts to heavyweight. I don't think Waldo cuts because he weighed 261. But maybe, I don't know. I don't think he cuts. I really don't. So neither guy I don't think cuts, but there's a big size advantage for Waldo Cortes Acosta. Of course, he's going to be hitting a lot harder than Serghei, even though he doesn't really hit that hard anyway. Doesn't really have a lot of knockout wins on his record. Robelis de Spain, Andrei Arlovsky, Lucas Brzezinski, a lot of decisions before that. Inside of the UFC, was able to knock out Lucas. Lucas doesn't really have a chin, and Ryan Spann also doesn't really have a chin. But there's still that chance, of course. That Waldo could go out there and knock out Serghei Spivac. Do I see that happening? No. Waldo got out-wrestled, and mind you, it was a long time ago. All right, it was Marcos Rogerio de Lima 2 years ago. That's a big boy as well, 265-pound guy. I think Marcos cuts to make the heavyweight division. Serghei's, I would say, better technically than Marcos Rogerio de Lima, but like better submission-wise, better technique, but he's not as big, he's not as physical, he's not as strong. So I have worry for Serghei. I think it's going to be either way. Here we go. Round 1 knockout for Waldo Cortes Acosta, like Serghei did in France, but I think that was a little bit later. I think that was a round 2, round 3 knockout, but round 1 knockout for Waldo, or round 2, Serghei Spivac figures out that range as Salsa Boy throws that big right hand. Serghei gets inside, gets the body lock, gets him to the cage, and starts working trips Waldo, and I think we get a round 2 ground and pound TKO or submission from Serghei Spivac. So one or the other there. Serghei Spivac can submit Marcin Tybura. If he can submit Derek Lewis, TKO Augusto Sakai, only losing to Gon and Jailton Almeida, I think he wins this fight. I really, really do. He's looking good for a few moments in that fight with Jailton Almeida. I really thought he did some good work in that fight. But he got caught at the end of it because Jailton is the more athletic and explosive type of guy. I think he's going to submit or ground and pound TKO Waldo Cortes in round number 2. Again, it's either a round 1 finish for Waldo or a round 2 finish for Serghei. I'm going to go Serghei in this heavyweight fight.